Hello, everyone. Today, we are diving into a question that's on the minds of many investors. How will Donald Trump's presidency impact the Indian stock market? Trump, as we know, has a bold and business focused approach, which could mean big changes not only for America, but for global markets too. His policies often create ripples worldwide, and that includes India also. Today, let's explore what Trump's election might mean for our stock market here in India, the potential benefits, and the possible challenges. Okay. So, one of the main highlights of Trump's presidency is his pro business stance. Trump supports lowering taxes for companies and making business operations easier. These changes create a better business environment, especially for countries that trade with the US. For Indian companies that export or partner with US businesses, this could mean a better foothold in American markets. Trump's pro business moves might just give Indian companies a boost in their own growth and profitability. Okay, now let's discuss this. Another important factor is Trump's stance on China. Trump has a history of putting high tariffs on Chinese goods to limit China's access to US market. This might cause investors to look for other markets like India for their investments. For India, this could mean more foreign capital flowing into our stocks, especially in sectors where Indian companies can step in to fill the gaps left by China. So, this redirection of investments could bring new growth opportunities for Indian stocks. So, now let's talk about specific sectors that might benefit. Export oriented sectors in India, like IT, pharmaceuticals, textiles, or even oil companies, are likely to see the most benefits. Why? Well, as Trump promotes more oil production in the US, it could drive down global oil prices. For Indian companies that rely on oil imports like HPCL and BPCL, this means lower costs. Overall, several sectors could see substantial gains if Trump's policies lower the cost of essential resources. Now, let's discuss the challenges. Okay. So, of course, it's not smooth sailing. Trump's policies could also bring challenges, especially with inflation and interest rates. Many analysts think that Trump's high spending policies might push interest rates higher in the US. If US interest rates goes up, it can attract more investors to the US, making emerging markets like India less appealing in comparison. Indian companies, especially those dependent on US imports, could end up paying more for raw materials. This situation could squeeze profit margins and make things tougher for Indian businesses. So, another issue is the strength of the US dollar. If the dollar gets stronger, which often happens under Trump's America First policies, it makes the rupee weaker in comparison. When the rupee is weaker, our imports get more expensive. India depends on many imports, especially crude oil. So, a strong dollar could mean higher costs for Indian businesses and consumers alike. This is definitely something we need to watch closely as it can have a big impact on India. Now, let's discuss immigration policy. Okay, so Trump's strict immigration policies could directly impact our IT sector. Many Indian IT professionals work in the US under visas like the H-1B. If these opportunities decrease, it will affect not just individual professionals, but also Indian IT companies that rely on American projects. This could make it tougher for Indian tech firms to compete globally. So, for our IT sector, Trump's immigration policies could present a serious hurdle. Okay, now let's discuss possible tariffs on Indian exports. So, there's a concern around tariffs. In his last term, Trump talked about high tariffs on certain US goods entering India, like Harley Davidson bikes. If Trump imposes similar tariffs on Indian goods in the US, it could hurt sectors like IT, pharma, and textiles. However, on the flip side, if trade tensions with China continue, American buyers might turn to Indian products instead. So it's a mixed bag here. Indian exporters could either face restrictions or find new demand based on how US-China trade relation unfold. In summary, Trump's presidency brings both opportunities and challenges for the Indian stock market. Some sectors might benefit from pro-business policies and new investments, while others might struggle with higher interest rates and a strong dollar or immigration restrictions. The key takeaway for Indian investors is to stay updated on policy changes, adapt to shift in the market, and make informed decisions. So thank you for joining me. We'll see you in the next video.